The steamy conditions are back in town again today, and a few of us are tracking a shower or a thunderstorm. We'll have more chances of that through the holiday weekend. I'll break it all down.
Kentucky is now joining the lawsuit against transgender bathroom guidelines. What Governor Bevin had to say about the bathroom battle ahead at 4. And extra police will be working the Horsey 100 this weekend to help create the safest ride possible for cyclists. More on their plans coming up.
This is WKYT News at 4.
Welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Amber Philpott reporting. Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial kickoff to summer, and Mother Nature certainly got the message. Take a look. This is a live look now at downtown Lexington this afternoon. We are going to see some steam and storms as we head into our weekend. Let's check in first now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Happy Friday to you.
And happy Friday to you. We are tracking a lot of heat and humidity kind of hanging out in the area. At least it's not close to 90 degrees. That's one way to look at it, but we are pretty warm. Here in Lexington, we come in at 84 degrees, and 84 very common. Monticello, Richmond, London, Jackson, several locations getting in on that. Even out in eastern Kentucky there in Prestonsburg, coming in with an 84-degree reading. Little activity also showing up around that area across parts of eastern Kentucky. Showers and even a few thunder showers have been blowing up here over the past little bit, catching a little bit of lightning. Not a whole lot associated with any of those. It'll be this next batch that likely enters from our south there, just passing through Knoxville. A little thunderstorm activity. That's going to essentially ride right along I-75 and lift toward the north and come rolling into southern Kentucky in the next hour or so. I think it's cruising around 30 miles per hour, so it's not exactly winning any races, but it will eventually invade the area. A little lone shower out there close to Somerset. We'll see more of those try to join the party as we head into the holiday weekend as well. More chances of showers and thunderstorms, just like it should be, as we are, as she mentioned a little bit earlier, kicking off the unofficial beginning to your summer. I'll track all of it into the area with our hour-by-hour run coming up in just a little bit.
We will see you then, Jim. Thank you. Kentucky is now joining the list of states suing the Obama administration over bathrooms and transgender students. Governor Bevin made the announcement today. Our Garrett Weimer has the very latest on what this means for the Commonwealth. It's our top story at 4. Garrett?
Well, when those guidelines first came down from the federal government, Fayette County schools told us they were already compliant. Other school districts, however, were not. And now the state is joining the battle against those guidelines. In a statement today, Governor Matt Bevin called the guidelines, quote, an absurd federal overreach. He also called out Attorney General Andy Beshear, saying he's unwilling to protect Kentucky's control over local issues. So the governor's office will join the lawsuit against the feds. AG Beshear later fired back, saying the governor's claims were not true. He says he expected to be consulted about the matter, but hadn't gotten a single call from the governor or his attorneys. He accused the governor's office of, quote, playing politics.
Well, this is a return to some tough talk between Beshear and Bevin, and we have seen in recent months that this could be an ongoing theme, as there are obviously disagreements between this Republican governor and this Democratic Attorney General on approach to the law and an approach to public policy.
As you might imagine, this is bringing out strong reactions from all sides, and we'll have some of that reaction for you coming up on WKYT News at 5. Live in Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Both the governor's office and the attorney general's office declined our request for interviews today. With a chance of storms over the next several days, take a look at some dramatic video showing the tremendous power of lightning.
Well, two reasons. One, it would be
That, folks, was dash cam video from a McCracken County Sheriff's Department's cruiser during yesterday's storms in western Kentucky. Lightning damaged a house. That strike was so powerful it knocked the camera from the windshield mount inside his cruiser. No one was hurt. Now, coming up on WKYT News at 6, you're going to hear from the sheriff as he watched as lightning hit near his cruiser. That was pretty incredible. In southern Kentucky, a community will begin the holiday weekend by dealing with flood damage. Yesterday's heavy rains caused waters to rise on Highway 167 in Wayne County. One woman was inside her mobile home when waters picked it up and slammed it against a tree.
She opened the door and come out, and as she come out, the water just come gushing, and the next thing I know, cars hit this trailer, knocked the trailer into the side of hers and just shoved it all into the tree.
We are told the rain also caused some sinkholes across the county. We'll have the latest on the cleanup efforts there ahead on WKYT News at 5. We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. It is a Memorial Day tradition. This weekend, thousands of cyclists will take to the roads of Scott County and also some surrounding counties for the Horsey 100. Last year, the event turned tragic after a car hit and killed one of the cyclists, Mark Hinkle. Today, police outlined their plan for trying to keep everyone safe in order to create the safest ride possible this year. And for the first time, organizers are using several large electronic signs to go along with traditional signs. Police say they have every part of the course covered.
Prior to this, officers could only go to an imaginary line and stop and turn around. Today, we can now police central Kentucky, over 3,000 square miles, working together because this set of gentlemen got together and agreed to share jurisdictions.
The first wave of riders will take off tomorrow morning at 8 from Georgetown College. We'll have more on the Horsey 100, including what roads the cyclists will be riding on, ahead on WKYT News coming up at 5 o'clock. New details in the case against a former Franklin County constable accused in a prostitution ring. Thomas Banta has been charged with operating the money for sex operation. He was not in court today, but his co-defendant, Dre Valentine, was, and he agreed to a plea deal to testify against Banta. According to those court records, Banta's clients were, quote, upscale married men who wanted some excitement on the side. A man who said he was one of Banta's clients said the 67-year-old set him up with a number of different prostitutes from 2010 to 2015. Banta served as a Franklin County constable 3 of those years. We'll have more details from court ahead on WKYT News at 5:30. That's a look at some of the news in progress on this Friday. Amber, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Now to some stories making headlines across the world at 4. President Obama called for a world without nuclear weapons today during a visit to Hiroshima, Japan. The trip was a first for a sitting U.S. president and was an emotional day for both the city and the country. Steve Nannis has the story.
It was a solemn and historic moment in a city where more than 7 decades ago, the United States dropped a nuclear bomb from the sky.
A flash of light and a wall of fire destroyed a city.
President Obama laid a wreath and paid his respects to the victims of the 1945 Hiroshima nuclear bombing. It is the first time a sitting U.S. president has visited the city.
We come to ponder a terrible force unleashed in a not-so-distant past.
The bombings in Hiroshima and later Nagasaki hastened the end of World War II. More than 250,000 men, women, and children were killed.
Their souls speak to us. They ask us to look inward.
President Obama did not apologize for the attacks, but on Friday he hoped to find purpose from the devastation.
We have a shared responsibility to look directly into the eye of history and ask what we must do differently to curb such suffering again.
The president met with survivors, sharing a few words, and for one man overcome with emotion, an embrace. A symbol that these two countries, once fierce enemies on the battlefield, now face this part of their histories together. I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
A judge has thrown out a request from Verizon to hold 2 union locals in contempt. That begins today's Money Watch. The company says striking workers damaged the vehicles of non-union replacement employees. Verizon claims those on strike have threatened, intimidated, and harassed non-union fill-ins since the walkout began on April 13th. A new Associated Press poll finds 4 in 10 Americans plan to dip into their Social Security benefits before reaching full retirement age. Americans can begin collecting as early as 62, but their benefits will be reduced by up to 30%. The data also showed 44% of Americans report Social Security will be their biggest source of income during retirement. Facebook and Microsoft are coming together to build a giant cable under the Atlantic Ocean. The cable will relieve their reliance on telecom companies for bandwidth and deliver faster service to customers. The cable will stretch from Virginia to Spain. Are you tired of forgetting your password? Google may soon have a solution to that. The company is testing a program called Trust API that would use multiple smartphone sensors to determine if it's really you trying to log in With this program, bank apps will require a higher recognition score than, say, a social media app on your phone. Trust API will constantly operate in the background and will even know if it's your finger on the screen. The program could be available to Android developers by the end of this year. More than 2.5 million people are expected to travel by air this Memorial Day weekend, and it will be a major test for the TSA. The government agency is trying to avoid those long lines that have been plaguing airports all across the country. Chris Van Cleve is at Reagan National outside Washington.
Step on over, step on over. You good? The first real test of the summer travel season is underway for the TSA. Airports are bracing for record crowds as more than 231 million passengers fly from June through August. That's 95,500 more flyers a day than last year.
We're going to keep passengers moving this weekend, but we're also going to keep them safe. That is our principal responsibility.
The seasonal surge comes as the shorthanded TSA struggles to keep the security lines moving.
Year to date, more than 70,000 American Airlines customers have missed flights due to excessive wait times.
On Thursday, American Airlines Senior Vice President Carrie Filipovich told Congress more than 40,000 checked bags have also missed flights because of screening delays.
It appears TSA did not adjust its staffing model after screening protocols were changed.
This is unreal. As we saw last week at Chicago's Midway Airport, patience is already running thin as wait times have at points surpassed 2 hours. The nation's airports are worried it'll get worse as travelers start taking summer vacations.
Now, because the summer travel season means more people are flying, there are fewer open seats. So if somebody misses a flight today, the airlines say it could be Saturday, even Sunday, before they're able to be reaccommodated on another flight. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Reagan National Airport, Virginia.
It is time now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Doctors have found a woman in the United States carrying a superbug that's resistant to even the most heavy-duty antibiotics. Doctors say the organism didn't even respond to colistin, the antibiotic of last resort. CDC officials are working to find out how the woman contracted the bacteria. New research finds not enough dying cancer patients are getting palliative or hospice care. Researchers from Stanford looked at nearly 12,000 older veterans who died of cancer in 2012. They found 71% received hospice care, but only 52% received palliative care. Palliative care is intended to make patients comfortable by alleviating symptoms. Pregnant women who eat more fruit may be helping their child's cognitive development. Researchers at the University of Alberta found the children of women who ate 6 or 7 servings of fruit or drank fruit juice every day while pregnant scored better on thinking and memory tests than other children a year after birth.